how to say more no's without feeling that you're being impolite and upsetting everyone along the way. And yes, there is a secret sauce to this, and I'll tell you about this in a minute. My name is Maria Alvarez. I'm a burnout strategist for women and CEO of Time to Up. Imagine that every time you use no in a productive way, because there is a way of doing that, you're able to bank a credit of time that goes in your favor. Every time you do that, you're able to focus your mind on what really matters. You're able to produce the best work you've ever produced, literally leaving everyone in awe along the way. Sounds incredible, right? Well, this is available to almost everybody out there, and hardly anybody does it. So do you spring clean your house maybe once, twice a year? It's the same concept with this. So we go around our house, we clean it up, we do all the tidying up. Exactly the same thing needs to be done with work. So about 4 years ago, I came out of the corporate world after a 23-year career. I had climbed all the way up to board level in that time, and I had a big team of international people who reported to me. However, my time was no longer my own. I was commuting into the office in London almost every day. I then spent anything between 8 to 10 hours in the office, ending the day with not having done most of the things that I needed to do, doing my actual job. I was no longer in control of my time. And this was the first place that I felt I needed to apply this no system of banking and getting those credits back so that I was in control. I could focus again and I could perform at my highest point of contribution. So the same applies when it comes to spring cleaning our mind. First step, if you write down everything that is in your mind right now, on your plate, on your volumes of work, all of those things that are there, but also add into that those other useless things, all of those meetings that give you hardly any value, and definitely you're not bringing any value into them, but they're eating into your time. Phone calls that you're sitting in just because you have to be seen to be in there. I'm sure you can think of plenty of those things, but the same goes with some other work type events that you might not want to attend. And there is a trick to get yourself out of all of those things, whether they are work social bits or whether they are work related things, but they are just not adding value. And here is where the trick is, right? It's got to add value, because the more that you're able to operate in that way, the more you reduce your stress. Ta-da! And that's a good thing, right? So the secret to saying more no's is to say them immediately. Don't accept and then several days later decide, oh, I'm not going to attend that. I am too busy with something else. Be instant, make quicker decisions and say more no's. But of course, you don't want to come across arrogant either. And this is the thing. If you sit on making a decision, or if you say yes and then decide closer to the time that it's a no, people will see you as being impolite. And people will also think that you're slightly arrogant, perhaps. It happens, right? And it definitely wasn't the intention. If it's done quickly and on the spur of the moment, fast decisions, not only are you making space in your mind, but other people no longer view you as being impolite. And rudeness has never got us anywhere, so here are a couple of tricks. No thank you. I don't have time right now. And you could add to the back of that when you would have time if you feel that this is important. Or it could just be a simple, I don't want to, because that is also okay to use as long as you're using it in that immediate moment. So think of it this way. If we're spring cleaning our house, it might take us a week or so to clear out all the things that we've been hoarding over the last year or years. Your house will last in that state for maybe 2-3 weeks. So it's a continuous cycle here. However, when we're spring cleaning our mind, we're talking about an entirely different kettle of fish here. This becomes enormously liberating, and it's a meaningful life change that actually lasts forever. So if you enjoyed this, please give me a like or a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Bye.